So let's go ahead and get into the carousel, the coaching carousel, where I can be more useful.
Okay. To start with, because I'm not like in fairness, outside of Smart, I'm not sure who we touched on in prior podcasts off the top of my head,
Yeah,
but I know the coach for Loyola Chicago, Porter Moser, has left Loyola Chicago,
yeah.
and the I suppose the blessings of what's it, Sister Jean, to go play for Oklahoma. I mean, not play, coach for Oklahoma.
It's fit
Got,
my sister Jean into it.
I'm just like, you're in Oklahoma. God cannot help you now. I'm being that actually came off as far far
Yeah,
meaner
don't
than I
start.
intended it to be.
Oh
That was far meaner than I intended it to be.
yeah, don't do Oklahoma like that. They just came off they made it to the tournament. They got a decent recruiting class coming in. They got some nice guards. They got some skill out here. Um, do they hold up after the Moser talk? We will see. I haven't seen anybody open up recruitment, so it looks like they still down with them. But also anybody who can manufacture back-to-back final, I mean not final four runs, but getting that deep into the tournament with like somewhat level of consistency with like your team, like from the fact that you had a freshman on your first team that went to the final four, and then your that freshman is now the star for your what like elite eight run. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty big. As a recruit, I think I would respect that enough for me to be like, I know the coach that I came here with isn't here, especially if I'm going for the school, but it's usually not that easy, especially with like the personal connections and whatnot. So we gonna see. Because I believe the recruits that are going to Oklahoma that I know of, I believe like CJ Nolan has connections to
Hmm.
Oklahoma. So I think he would probably slide regardless. And then I'm probably butchering my man's name, but behind Cortez, he's another guy, another point guard that's going to Oklahoma, and he's from Oklahoma. So that's the in-home recruit. Where you gonna go? Oklahoma State. You we're just kidding. We'll keep that Dallas pipeline strong. But this is this is a move that was like interesting and weird to me because it's like I would feel like you almost got status at Loyola of Chicago at this point, right?
Pretty like I'd have to like something close to it, I'm sure.
Like like what you holding over me an actual championship? Like how dare you? Like I know you have one, but how dare you?
I mean, you can't even really hold that one over him because that was like 50. No, 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 no. It was like 60 years ago. Actually, it'd be over 60 years. I'm pretty sure it was before like my parents were born. Um, like so it's
Yeah, ninety
but
percent,
hmm?
90% of your fan base don't know you won.
Yeah, like but Richard Pitino has been fired from his job at Minnesota. Not to be confused with Rick Pitino, his dad, which could get confusing. But like, yeah, he's fired at Minnesota. He's the new coach is a Ben Johnson, who is an assistant at Xavier.
Okay, that's pretty dope. Well,
Uh,
not Richard,
oh,
but
also
you know.
Pitino is now the new coach at New Mexico. So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, the son, not the father. He's still at Iona.
Yeah, Rick, not the dick. Gotcha. Yeah.
Lord. Okay. Roy Williams, as I'm sure like many of y'all have heard at this point, legendary coach Roy Williams retired from North Carolina. Um, he and he had a wonderful career. My understanding is he was kind of brutal to himself in like his like speech about it. Like
Yeah.
I didn't like I ran across like I didn't see it, but like I saw them talk about it. And I'm like that sounds like I probably don't want to sit and listen to that.
Yeah.
Like is like you don't need to beat yourself up. You just it's okay. Just go enjoy retirement or whatever. But like I can understand. Like he's been at it for a long time.
Yeah. I was listening to Sam Vecini's podcast, The Game Theory, and they were saying part of the reason why he left is Walker Kessler transferring. And normally with with UNC, they've been able to kind of dictate guys' careers. Like they have the NBA connections enough where you come here, they tell you what to do, and then the NBA taps them to tell you when you can go. But now with everybody transferring all the time, you don't got that same control. So I think he thinks that's a little bit of the issue. But why? I like to me, UNC has been down for like the past couple years. Like they haven't been the same UNC of old, especially not when like just 2010s related. Like it's not the same team anymore. Like he's ran a really good race. Like that is a already Hall of Fame career. It's like hey, he's 70 something. Go ahead, sit down, big dog. Can't even be bad. Like you ain't even got to give me a reason. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go play with your grandkids.
Like um and he's going to be succeeded at the position of head coach in North Carolina by his assistant Herbert Davis.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Give it off
But,
to a former player.
so, like it's one of them things. Like we'll see how it goes, just because like I've seen some saying like because he doesn't have much in the way of head coaching experience, but like
Yeah,
it's also like again as with many things, a lot of home run hires. It who like you'd actually think of to try and tap would probably just like my understanding is like Roy Williams and Mark Few are close, right? They're cool, but like Few's not about to leave Gonzaga.
yeah.
Like if he wanted to, he probably would have done it already, right? He's been there for
22 years.
20 yeah like a little over 20 years now, like, and he's got the program as good as and arguably better than just about any in the country. Um, I mean, like if you're in North Carolina or really any big name school, you call and ask. He's just gonna give you your no, and like you keep on, right? But um, Memphis assistant Tony Madlock is the new coach of South Carolina State, which I just kind of want to throw in there, mostly because like I ran across it at random, right? Um, because like I'm interested to see where his son goes to play college ball.
Yeah,
But I know with you I've talked about it at length, talked about like how I like how he plays a lot. Um, but like the previous coach Murray Garvin was fired from the position, so yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how Madlock does. It'd be nice to see him be successful there. Because like I just like seeing HBCUs do well. Um, the previous coach of Bethune is current like it just became the head coach at UT Martin, which it's like I'm just going through some of this because the previous coach passed away.
oh, that's sad.
Yes, it is, and he's not the only one on this list.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
but succeeding Shaka Smart at Texas is Chris Beard, who's also taking like half of half of the head coaches in the state of Texas with him, apparently.
hey man, this is the most confusing move that I've seen. Just off, I don't know who he couldn't get at Texas Tech that he couldn't get in Austin. I guess it's I guess it's a little bit different. But if your team continues to be good, I guess that's not really that much of a worry. I guess the name Texas kind of gets you out of just recruiting the state. But if you look at the state, we have the best 2022s, like probably pound for pound, the state has the best 2022s. And I feel like he could have got like a good number of them in this class coming up. Like he already had Jalen Tyson. If Tyson has a really good year, that's just going to make it look even better. Um, but hey, um,
Like,
didn't you say this is his alma mater?
it's like that's my. Let me double check before I'm like, yeah, saying wrong things. Which I mean, I suppose I should say them loudly, but I don't like doing that.
Yeah. But whatever the connection is, this seems like a weird time to have jump ship. But I mean, hey.
Like, yeah, Texas is his alma mater. But,
Yeah, so if you're old school coming knocking, you go, I guess. But Texas.
joining him at Texas is the former head coach of Texas Arlington, Chris Ogden, and former head coach of Texas El Paso, Rodney Terry. Which, I mean, I don't really understand, but that's not really my business.
Well,
like why you would leave for an assistant, like leave a head coaching gig for an assistant job, but you know.
yeah, hey, that UT draw is different, bro. Maybe that come with a little extra money than your head coaching job did. Give up some of that freedom for that bag.
Maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be me though, but
Yeah. We young, that's pride, bro.
I
You got to
mean,
get some of that pride go away.
I'm holding on to some of it. I don't care, but
your kids can't eat pride.
Look, if they can't eat off of a head coaching salary, I'm doing something very, very wrong, or something very, very wrong is going on in the country. But Utah fired their head coach, and went and got Utah State's head coach, Craig Smith, who will be succeeded at Utah State by UMBC's head coach, Ryan Odom. Also, Winthrop's head coach left for College of Charleston.
Okay.
Which I really don't have any thoughts on that, sadly. Also, the new head coach at Wichita State is Isaac Brown, because Greg Marshall resigned.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And there's some more movement going on.
Calvin, quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The move from Winthrop to the College of Charleston, is that a step up, or is that a step down, or is that a lateral move?
So the way I've seen it talked about, it's kind of a step up, but like I don't really know if I'm straight up, but like the way to talk about it's kind of a step up, but like I think it's more to do with like better, I guess, kind of better, maybe some better facilities, better sales pitch, like the area. But like it's not, I wouldn't call it just like straight up better. But also like I kind of think that in a lot of cases coaches kind of make the programs as opposed to the other way around. But like there are instances where like there's clear, hurdles you'd have to overcome, like with any given program. Iowa State fired Steve Frum and took UNLV's head coach Chide Otzelberger.
Okay.
Of course, Mike Woodson is now the head coach at Indiana for reasons only God knows. But hopefully he's successful over there. Like, let's see, anything else of note? There's still some vacancy. There's of course vacancies left to fill. Because a lot of these places that had coaches leave for other places didn't necessarily get replacements or currently have them. There are some that fired their coaches that don't currently have replacements on board.
Any big names out there?
Let's see, scrolling through. Doesn't look like there are any like big names that don't already have them filled.
Gotcha.
Like basically, if it seems like a big name, they probably already have their new head coach, at least unless they're like some that I'm unaware of, which is it's possible.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's a lot of the smaller programs that are like, I guess the biggest one, just looking at it, is like San Jose State fired their head coach.
Mm.
And I mean, like, they don't have an immediate replacement, but like, it's like if you get the right coach, San Jose State is a good program.
Yeah.
But otherwise, most of them seem to kind of have their dudes. But I'm sure there'll be more movements. Once again, Calvin McGowan, hope you enjoyed yourself. If you are watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. You can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you made it this far, once again, thank you. I hope you got a lot done of whatever it was you were working on while listening to this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.